Hey, yeah, let's do LeetCode 1189 maximum number of balloons in JavaScript with the hash map. You're basically supposed to see how many times the word balloon is in this jumbled text here. So the way I did this, I did it with a hash map, and let's code it out. So the way I did this is I started, actually I ended, but we'll start with a edge case here to get rid of silly edge cases that we don't need. Okay. So if we don't have enough letters to even spell balloon, obviously that's not going to be anything. So then let's create our map. And we'll create the map like this. And we will create, we don't have to do this, but I'm going to do this anyways. So we're going to create a for loop here and code up that map. So this is how we do that. And then we want to do, we don't have to do this part, but I did it because I found it easier to help me with debugging. So basically, if my balloon variable includes the letter that we're looking at, then we go ahead and make the map. So this is going to help us make a map here that only has letters and counts of B, A, L, O, and N. So we won't have any unneeded letters in here. So if our map doesn't have a letter in it, what we're going to do is we're going to set it like this, and we'll set it here as initialize it as number 1. So that would be setting the letter and then a count of 1. Else, if we know it's in there, then what we're going to do is we're going to set the letter, and then we have to get the value of the number. So we're setting the key, which is the letter, and then we got to get the value, which is going to be the count. So map.get, and this is how we do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 to it. So every time we hit this else, we're just going to add 1 to that letter, and then we'll have a nice map after that. So we can see that. Console.log, let's log out our map, run this. And I know you can just use object I for this, and it's probably simpler to write all that out, but I like using this map get and map set syntax because you can do a lot of cool things with maps that are difficult to do with object I. Just straight up objects. Okay, so in this one, we have a map. We have some things that are undefined in here. Actually, O is undefined. O should not be undefined. So we have an error in our syntax. Set text I. Oh. And this is our error right here. So you gotta add like that. And we want to do it like this. So outside this is what we want. Okay. So that should be the correct syntax. Let's run this again. Make sure our map looks okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. So we created a map. Now what we got to do is we got to count through it. So we're going to let count equals 0. And then we are going to create a while loop. This is kind of an ugly while loop, so I'm going to paste this. So you don't have to watch me type this out. And how this while loop is working is we're going to see while all these conditions are true, right? While it has a B, while it has an A, while it has more than one L, this is a trick, this tripped me up. While it has more than one O, and while it has an N, we're going to count. We're going to add a count because we can spell balloon. And then what we have to do is we basically just have to set the value just like we did here, and we just have to decrease by 1. We don't have to have the duplicate O's here. We could do -2, but I didn't write that out. I also like that this just spells balloon. This ballon kind of bothers me, but that doesn't matter. All right. Then we got to return the count, return count, run it. And that passes. Let's submit it. Not really worried about these numbers. Also, it's always going to be slower if you have console logs in there, but I will go back to the page so you can take a look at this. Let's see if I can't make this. There we go, all in one screen so you can look at the whole algorithm, especially if you're just skipping to the end. And I'll leave it there.